Welcome to the channel. Here we're going to take a really deep dive into what is VEXSPA, who am I, and why we're doing this. This isn't going to be surface level, it's going to be seriously deep, and I can promise you one thing, it's going to be truthful. I'm not going to cover it up with filters or anything else. So, we're really looking forward to doing this. I appreciate you for being here. I'm Nick Beneke. This is VEXSPA. So, the question is posed, who or what is VEXSPA? VEXSPA is a construction company in its simplest form. We started back in 2014. So it's 2022, so about 8 years ago. And it started with an idea that I wanted to glorify God in my life. And in that, I couldn't think of anything better to do than construction. I just really enjoyed it. I liked cabinet making. I liked working with my hands, kind of that feel of being a carpenter. So as we are starting to grow this company, and I say we, I gave the company to the Lord when I first started. And I decided if I'm going to be all in for God, then that includes my company. When this thing first started, I didn't have much, but had a few tools in a truck, and that was enough to get a few jobs done. We moved from doing a few jobs to growing slightly. People heard about us and liked the work we did. We have had many ups and downs, financial struggles, personal struggles. Just a lot of natural issues have come along with all this. We're going to continue to talk about all the people that have been involved in this company from the get-go, and we're going to be mentioning them throughout. Just massive key players that have influenced me and changed the trajectory of where I am today. So we are doing things that I never thought would be possible, but then again, when the Lord's involved, impossible things become very, very possible. So during this process, you're going to figure out who I am as a person, who I am as a business owner, who I am as a father, and once husband, now divorced, but you're going to get to know me very personally. You're going to get to know my inner life from when I was a kid, growing up on a farm, to who I am now as a business owner and follower of Christ and chasing full after him and who he is. On the personal things, one of the really valuable pieces is that I'm genuine, that you get to see who I truly am and why, and just the inner workings. And I say that because in order for you to see someone living their life all out for Christ, living their life with nothing held back, I think you have to know that it's genuine, that it's real, and it's my goal to show you what it looks like to live all out for Christ, because that's who we're supposed to be. One of my favorite verses is James 1:22. Don't just read the word and so deceive yourselves, but do what it says. So we should do exactly what it says. We should be doing what the word says, and I take that to heart. So with that, I'm going to be putting my life out there for everybody to examine it and see it. And that to me is going to be glorifying to God, because you're going to get to see what that looks like, and hopefully it brings you and draws you in, and you too want to live your life for him. So I'd like to take a minute to mention the why, which some of you are probably wondering about. Why am I doing this, and what is the purpose for this channel? So there's several key points. One of those is that I've given my life to Christ, and I'm a Christ follower, and I believe my whole life should be edifying to him. So in that, I want to make sure that everything I do is glorifying to him, and that includes my business. So you're going to get to see what it's like to operate and own a business, as well as family life. I think that's very important. I think there's a lot of genuineness that's lost today in media and social media and Facebook and on and on and on and on, because we like to put filters on things. So I don't think that's glorifying to God to be fake. I think this needs to be the truth. And so you're going to get that. You're also going to get some things that are kind of free to you, which is some construction stuff. So we're going to try to show some tips and tricks and things that are good for you to learn as we go through this thing, because I think giving back is a big piece of that. You know, part of that giving back is glorifying the Lord with all we do. And so as I'm building this business and doing these things in life, there are many trials that come with that. And those trials have caused me to become who I am. But they've also, they've taught me a lot. And I'm going to share those things with you as well. So that's kind of the why we're doing this. I do genuinely appreciate your time for you watching this. And we are going to be putting out some really quality content. And that's, you know, hard to do these days, but it's going to be truthful. I'm grateful for you sticking around. Till next time, Nick, signing out.